Good morning. This is Peter Burns coming to you from Southern California. This is an update on the details that are necessary to complete on our sweeping project in the group homes. So, just a select few are receiving this, and most of it are tasks that are ahead, and I need your help on many of these. Let's talk about finances. And by the way, this is all on a 30,000 foot view, which is where I hang out. I really depend on the people that are more detail oriented, like Rob Tepper, etc., to actually drill down and get the stuff done. But I have to come up with the concept, see if it makes sense, throw it against the wall a couple times, and then turn it over for completion. So let's talk about finances for a second. So apparently, with any luck, as soon as tomorrow, but certainly by the beginning of next week, we will receive the following capitalization. We have our Dr. Cliff, who is our first one in the space, who's actually now a principal in the entire company, um, will receive $775,000 from a very complicated uh, funding that was completed or will be completed by our friend Darren, um, who is our internal financier. He will tell us and update us today about the anticipated closing. Love to see a wire hit Cliff's account tomorrow, but the likelihood of that is, oh, who knows? Maybe it's 50-50. But we know it's coming. We know we've gone through all the steps. We know we've gone through all the approvals. And my God, was it complicated. And it took weeks and weeks of absolute diligence on the part of Cliff to provide the materials and Darren to negotiate with all of our lenders. He actually ended up doing a fantastic deal by allowing us for 3 months abatement on all the payments, because the payments are stiff. This is a self-liquidating, high-interest, unsecured note. Well, I shouldn't say unsecured. It's actually backed by the collateral that Cliff has put up. But it's in a second position. It's mostly unsecured with Cliff's good credit and large earning capacity. In any case, 775,000 less all the fees, reserves, whatever Cliff needs should net us, I believe, right around 500, $600,000, which is a nice chunk of change. Now we have another wonderful opportunity with Raul. Raul originally came in as second, third, or fourth, or fifth doctor, who was going to assist Cliff in qualifying for the mansion acquisition and the cash to mortgage, et cetera, et cetera. And we were really looking for about 300,000 for Raul, but again, due to Darren's incredible tenacity and Raul's great credit and willingness to cooperate, we may have as much as 500, 800, or even up to $1 million. Let's just take the median and let's just say we're going to go grab another 600 or 700,000 for Raul. Well, that would be a total of about $1.2 million, or maybe a little bit higher, um, in capitalization to complete our task, to complete all of the financial requirements necessary to close on the 8 homes that we have in our inventory and to build them out and to put them into assisted living or behavioral home classifications or group home classifications license so that we can fill them with paying clients. Now, we understand today that Tim has told us upon receiving the required capitalization, which should be pending quickly, he can actually put all of the other homes into service by early November, which is tremendous. So as soon as we get them into service and licensed and filled with paying clients, we are into an entire new realm of this startup company, which is exciting. Finally, the third component is Dr. Barry. Well, Dr. Barry has been approved for funding, and he also brought in another doctor to complete the acquisition of his stake in one of the 3 behavioral homes that we're buying from Larry, and that's exciting. So we're looking at roughly $1.2 million to $1.5 million in capitalization. Now, we need to establish safeguards, reserves, cover all the payments, come up with a comprehensive use of funds. And that I'm really leaving on a coordination with Tim, who gives us the cost of everything, Larry, who is our interim CEO, who is also the person that is going to be selling us his 3 homes, and we have to come up with a good repayment schedule for him. And then Rob, who I dump everything on because he's my COO, to create the infrastructure, the expenses, and the repayments to make sure everything is done according to Hoyle. So this is great. We have this all in place. Then we're also exploring new verticals. For instance, Larry has the opportunity to fulfill an offered contract from Banner Hospital for up to 60 individual clients who fit a category where it allows them to go to work in the daytime as long as they can return to a facility that has all of the required behavioral, group home, medical and observation, etc., so that they live independently in the daytime, but they all come back to the nest at night. And this is an apartment building, for instance, 3 floors of 20 each. We're in the process of looking for suitable facilities because this contract is for up to 60 people delivered immediately at $4,000 a month in payments, which is $240 a month, which comes out to be about $1 million a year in pure profit. So it's absolutely worth going after. Now, we have a very interesting opportunity through Tim, who, because of the requirements of the lender for Cliff, had to fix up some of his homes that needed some repairs. He needed to get a commercial contractor who would sign off on the deal and get the work done. And Tim recruited an old friend who happens to be one of the largest builders in Arizona. And he also is an expert in modular building. He's also a player, meaning he may very well become a business partner of ours, a strategic business partner. He owns vast sums of land. He understands and operates 5 crews in 5 different states doing his contracting work, and especially in the modular homes. Tim is actually meeting with him in the next 3 hours for lunch and is going to make a proposal to Chris to see if he wants to come on board in some capacity. I told Tim this morning, let's get him to throw up a 60-unit building for us and let us work a deal where we can pay it off in time. I can bring a whole bunch of doctors in, let him front us this and come in for a piece of our big deal, and let him help us build out our homes to suit, modular, so that they're exactly built to suit, which is actually less money than paying somebody else's profits in a home that we buy. And I think he could be a valued resource. And again, I thank Tim for bringing this to the table. We also have an opportunity to kind of figure out how we can do our takeout loans. This has been something that was conjectured in the beginning of my hypothesis, how to bring the doctors in, bring the hard money loan the money to the doctors, build it out, put it into service, and then already build in additional equity at about 50% increase in value. And then the plan was have the doctors step up to a lender who would recognize the increased price of the business combined with the home and loan us 80-90% of that, which would repay the short-term debt, and the doctors back if they chose to take their money out, et cetera, and put it all on long-term real estate debt. Well, that's not as easy to find as I had hoped, but something came to me that may very well be the solution. I have been friends with the largest SBA lender in the United States for small businesses, who also is the largest veteran lender in the United States. Her name is Sue Malone. She was SBA Woman of the Year. We've been great friends for 10 years. And I am approaching Sue to actually do takeout loans for our doctors as the recipient on the built-out structures that they help with our funding and their own funding to go get put into service, I think I might be able to pull this off. And if I can, with Sue's help, that is the solution to our financing issue. So I just wanted to share with you all what's going on. I love your feedback. I'd love anybody that can come in and help me figure out how to continue this great momentum. Appreciate everything and have a great day. Bye-bye.